Hey everybody, welcome back to Flag/Fan Friday. Hope you liked the Kyrgyzstan episode. So you know the deal, before we go into that little intro song thing, I gotta kind of fix up the small things that I made mistakes on in the episode. Surprisingly, I don't think there were a lot. I got a lot of feedback from the Kyrgyz subscribers and they're like, yeah, it was overall pretty good, but there were still a few. For one, I said the Epic of Manas was the longest epic poem in all the world. If we're just counting the number of lines and verses, then kind of technically Manas is the longest one. It has about 500,000. But if we're talking about overall word length, then the Sanskrit Mahabharata from India and the Epic of Kyrgyzstan from Tibet are longer, even though they each only have about 200,000 lines and verses. And so, you decide. Also, I believe this image that I used for Karakol is not actually Karakol, it's Cholpon Ata, which is a resort on Isikul Lake. They're both on the same lake, but it's just different picture. And yes, I am fully aware that in the friend zone, the animation included a flag of Switzerland to symbolize medical aid. It's funny because I literally had this discussion with Ken the day before we uploaded. I'm like, Ken, you used a Swiss flag. You know we're gonna get a lot of comments on this. And we did. So for the 19,485th time, Ken, you're fired. Nah, I just can't go on without Ken. All right, Ken, you're rehired. All right, so that just about does it. Let's go into the intro slide, shall we? Without further ado. Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan's party animal little brother. You can't help but just love the guy. He's got some great dance moves. So anyway, the flag. The flag of Kyrgyzstan is a red banner with a yellow sun containing 40 uniformly spaced rays crossed by 2 sets of 3 lines. Yes, I am fully aware that it looks like the Xbox logo. Okay, like 9,422 of you guys already wrote that to me prior to making this video. The 3 cross lines are actually supposed to symbolize the upper crossroads, or tunduk, of the ceiling center of a yurt, the traditional nomadic housing structure of Kyrgyzstan. This in return symbolizes the origin of life, unity, and home. The sun stands for peace and prosperity, whereas the 40 rays are said to represent the original 40 tribes of Kyrgyzstan, which were all united under the national hero Manas. And the red stands for bravery and valor. Sorry, no animation this week. Hey, I don't make the rules of flags, I just report it. Now keep in mind, this flag was actually adopted in 1992 after independence, and it was actually kind of like their first real sovereign state flag. Prior to this, Kyrgyzstan was pretty much under every version of the Russian Empire and the Soviet Empire. Under the Soviets, they were the Kyrgyz SSR, which they used this flag. And then for 7 months after independence, they used the same flag, but just without the hammer and sickle, as they were trying to figure out a new flag for their country. But yeah, this was kind of like the real first Kyrgyz flag. All right, moving on. Now the national emblem, which is interesting because it has a lot of blue in it. The emblem contains a blue disc flanked with wheat and cotton sheaves on the side, with the Tian Shan Mountains in front of a rising sun in the background, with Isikul Lake at the bottom. In front of everything is a falcon, or akshumar, with wings spreading, symbolizing freedom, generosity, and vigilance. On the top and bottom, you find the words written in Cyrillic, Kyrgyz Republikasi, or Kyrgyz Republic. Now keep in mind, this emblem was actually just adopted in 2016. Prior to that, they had another emblem that was almost completely identical, except the colors were just a little off shaded. Oh yeah, and during Soviet times, they used this. Wow, wow. Yeah, Soviet symbolism has always kind of pushed the limits of detail, quantity, and quality. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Kyrgyzstan. There's only one thing left to do. You know what time it is? Geography fan mail time. Okay, I'm not even joking. One of these packages is making a sound. Listen. Just like usual, we start off with postcards. All right, Allison sends this from Lithuania. Nick sends this from the Philippines. Also, a guy with a cool name, Echo, sent this from the Philippines as well. It's a rice terrace. David sends this from Washington, D.C. Kate sends this from Melbourne, Australia. Anna, who is Estonian, but sent this from Hungary. And you wrote a lot on this postcard. It's like the smallest print ever. And Fabian is from the Netherlands, but he sent this from Japan. I think your name is Nelly. Sent this from Estonia. Nico, you sent this from Turku, Finland. Okay, now these are the coolest postcards ever. Anna from Turkey, look what she drew. That is so cool. Geography Now, like the Hollywood logo sign. Wow, you did that is such a great drawing. I love that. I gotta hit you up for the Turkey episode. And this, Austin from Ohio sent this from Pitcairn Island. Oh my God, this is such a remote place. How did you even get there? Dude, last week we got something from Antarctica. The week before that or something, we got something from like Tristan da Cunha. I feel like it's a Geography Now Olympics, like who can send the thing from the most remote area on the planet. It would be really cool if one of you sent something from like Chad or like, I don't know, Burkina Faso or Somalia. Oh, that would be cool. Letter time. Connor from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's from Hale High School and his class says hi. Duncan from Los Angeles. You're from my town. He just got back from a trip from Havana, Cuba and brought back some Cuban currency. It's a 3 peso. It's 3 pesos. It's one of the few countries that does a denomination of 3 in their currency. Also, if you guys don't know, Cuba has a weird currency system. They kind of have like bills for tourists and bills for or they're locals, but they're not pegged to the same amount. Just keep that in mind. Nick from Cebu City, the Philippines. Thank you for your cool looking card. And he says, shout out to John Gabriel, Fabi, Joe, Mira, Brian, and Bandish. I gave a little shout out to your friends. I think your name is Kartik from India. He wrote this letter with a little Geography Now logo. And he says he won his school's geography quiz thanks to the Geography Now videos. Awesome, good for you. And finally, package time. Roman from New York. Some travel brochures of things to see. And a 2018 calendar of the Erie Canal. This is so cool. Is this embroidered? Dude, check this out. That is amazing. Whoa. This is literally embroidered onto like a piece of fabric. The logo and like all these flags. You even got Bandia Terra right there. Dude, I'm gonna put this on my desk. Mark from Ontario, Canada. Dude, that's really cool. So Mark is a part of a team of artists that draw superheroes representing countries of the world. He actually sent superheroes representing all the nations of my nationalities. Korea, France, Italy, Ireland, and of course my home country, the US. If you would like to know more about their brand, visit theheroesoftheworld.com. Yeah, Mark, man, really appreciate this. You're a great artist, and yeah, this is so cool, man. Guys, check out their website. Benjamin from Missouri. Oh my god, this is so cool. So this is actually an old Soviet USSR atlas. His parents got it, I guess, from Ukraine back in the day. Everything's written in Cyrillic, and wow, that's so interesting to see this. He also sends, I guess these are old Ukrainian Soviet postcards. It's so crazy to see how much Russia had such a geopolitical impact on that entire area. It's just the USSR, the Soviets, just there's so much behind it. I find it fascinating. All right, thanks a lot, Benjamin. This is from Shane from Malaysia. Whoa, okay, there's food. Your banana chips exploded in the pack and they kind of fell over, but yeah, I appreciate that. Pes Laksa Sarawak. Oh, it's like a paste mix that you put in with noodles and other stuff. I want to try this. Ooh, a Sarawak flag. Look at that. Huge Sarawak flag. Kind of looks like the German flag. Oh, and I guess this is a mini former Sarawak flag, and he wrote a ton of information on Malaysia. Did you even write like a personal letter, or no, you literally just sent a bunch of information about Malaysia, but you didn't write a personal? Okay. Well, Shane, I appreciate this. This is really cool. I'm going to take a lot of the information you sent and use it for the Malaysia episode. Oh my gosh, that whole time my mic wasn't even on. Oh well. See, Hugo from Luxembourg. Have we gotten anything from Luxembourg before? I don't know. Yeah, okay. You live in Luxembourg, but you send me a book about Portugal, or the Portuguese. It's a #1 best-selling book. A revealing portrait of an inconspicuous and fascinating country. Portugal! Whoa, that's an interesting, wow. Oh, and it comes with a bookmark. Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit for the Portugal episode, because you know we go alphabetically, but this will be a great resource, I have no doubt. Thank you so much, Hugo. I could always use more help with anything Portuguese related. And finally, I don't know your name, but you're from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, I'm guessing you're a Star Wars fan. So this was making that noise. It's a little R2-D2. Hello. Okay, I'll put him on my shoulder. No, he's not gonna balance. Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea. Little Irish flag. I'm guessing you're probably Irish American. He sent ramen noodles for some reason. Is this a power bank? Thank you? Brooklyn Law School. Are these mints? You're sending me a bunch of weird random stuff, dude. And what is this? It's a green highlighter? Oh, and to top it all off, for some reason you sent me tissues. Okay, yeah, thank you. This is like the most random package I've ever gotten. Hey Barbs, my name is Ander. Basque from Andrew. I live in New York and I'm mostly Castilian Spanish with a little Irish, hence why there's an Irish flag. And he tried to draw the Basque flag, but then he wrote, I got too lazy to finish it. Ander, I don't know who you are, but you're freaking hilarious. I love this guy. He sends weird random stuff and tissues and ramen and an R2-D2 and it's Andrew, you're amazing. I love this guy. All right, so that's all of it. But before we go, you know what time it is. It's time for a return address contest. I put your return addresses in this bag. I take one out and whoever wins, I send a little gift to. So here we go. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna pick a big one this time. Last time it was a small one. Joshua from Wichita Falls, Texas. You just won. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate all this cool stuff and random stuff that you sent and putting your hometowns on display. Subscribe if you'd like and stay cool. Stay tuned. Have a good one.